देखे क्रिकेट टीवी जहां मिलने लगी क्रिकेट की सारी बातें जहां जोश भी है जहां होश भी है जहां क्रिकेट है आओ देखे क्रिकेट टीवी।
Yeah. हेलो, गुड इवनिंग एंड वेलकम टू क्रिकेट टीवी। मैं हूं आपकी होस्ट प्रिया जोशी और मेरे साथ है हेतवी पटेल एंड आई हैव माय टू क्रिकेट एक्सपर्ट्स एंड गुरुज मिस्टर नारायण पसारी एंड मिस्टर निखिल मुरसावाला एंड टुगेदर वी वेलकम यू टू क्रिकेट टीवी. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and let's get started with the review of India and Sri Lanka. What a match, I must say. 202 रन बनाए at the loss of 5 wickets और टाई हुआ और फिर सुपर ओवर खेला गया. तो कौन बात करना चाहेगा इसके बारे में सबसे पहले? नाउ दैट वी हैव एंटर्ड द फाइनल्स एंड इंडिया विल बी प्लेइंग पाकिस्तान टुमारो.
I
सो
would
हेतवी,
like to have
शैल
the
वी
last
स्टार्ट
word.
विद यू?
I would like to have the last word. So first Hetvi, then Narayan, then me.
The game was more
हेतवी
than
गो
just
है.
entertainment, you know. I mean, I was glad कि 200 par we crossed it. It was a match of 200, 400, you know, runs total overall. It was a great fight. Sri Lanka gave a great fight, but it was also a call for India because there was a lot of loopholes in fielding. हमारा dependency काफी था अभिषेक शर्मा पे. उसके बाद तिलक वर्मा और सैमसन ने थोड़ा steady किया, but बाकी बीच में किसी ने कुछ great नहीं किया था. So even bowlers without Bumrah, it felt like something was missing. So maybe it was a good wake up call for us.
Yes, I think. Do you think they were relaxed? क्या आपको लगता है कि रिलैक्स थे कि भाई श्रीलंका है, हम लोग जीत जाएंगे, वी आर ऑलरेडी इन द फाइनल्स टाइप? नारायण सर, व्हाट वुड यू से अबाउट दैट? और हेतवी, वुड यू लाइक टू कमेंट ऑन दैट?
I don't think so. We were relaxed
Hetvi, go
because
on.
fielding का issue हमारा पहले मैच में भी हमने देखा था कि it has been going on. And while Bumrah wasn't playing, and when he did, you know, he was giving a lot of runs. But still, I think it was our flaws that showed up yesterday.
नारायण सर?
So, after putting into bat by the Lankans, Abhishek was in his regular touch. In fact, now Abhishek has scored 38% of the runs scored by the team. So, on one side, one player 38%, and the other 10 players, is 68, 62%. So, it's too much dependency. But yesterday, it did not show off. Even when he got out in his 60s, there were players like Samson and even Tilak Verma who did well, and could cross the 200 mark. Dekha jaye. The problem is that now Gill and Surya are not batting well as desired, and that's not good for the team. If you see, Surya, after taking over as captain, has just scored 99 runs in 10 innings. So that is something not good for the team. And Gill also not scoring. He is supposed to score. He is a good opener. And he has just scored 105 runs in this Asia Cup, with 47 being the highest. तो अभी क्या हो रहा है कि पूरा दारोमदार अभिषेक पे पड़ रहा है. अभिषेक के साथ में तिलक अच्छा खेल रहे हैं, लेकिन क्या होगा कि अगर ये कभी ये दोनों नहीं खेले तो बाकी लोग को खेलना बहुत जरूरी है. तो ये एक एक्सपोज हो रहा है, लेकिन कल ठीक रहा. दूसरा ये भी था कि सैमसन को कल उसके रेगुलर 5 नंबर पे खिलाया गया टीम के ऊपर. आपके प्रीवियस मैच में देखेंगे तो other players came before him and he did not get to bat and in the Bangla match. So ये भी एक पॉइंट था. तो ये उन्होंने अच्छा खेला एंड अल्टीमेटली द नडियाड वाला फ्रॉम नडियाड he hit that 200 cross किया. So it is good for Hetvi. Hetvi, cheers to you.
The manifestation of Hetvi's desire of the shoot talking since the beginning of the tournament, I guess. Couple of comments, I think, starting from the India-Bangladesh win, which was very Pyrrhic, I think, in the sense that we played substandard cricket. It was a very, very bad match for India to win. Everybody underperformed. It was a 200-run innings for us for the taking, and we ended up with 168 or whatever. Very bad cricket. And I think we won more because the other team played worse than us. We played badly, they played worse than us. Not that, we played good cricket. So I think the India-Sri Lanka match somewhere redeemed a few of the players. So whilst I agree that we allowed the signal, and let's not take away from the talent of Nisanka and
Yeah,
Pereira, Kusal Pereira. I think they played some
Kusal Park.
fantastic cricket. If you would listen to Sunil Gavaskar's commentary during the match and the way he
Mm,
was praising some of the shots that were hit, I think we must not take away from the fact that you were playing a very talented duo there. And then again, Harshit Rana and surprisingly, Arshdeep were taken to the cleaners. Harshit, I can imagine, he's still not been able to get a control of his line and length. Arshdeep is known for that. So I think their failures added to our woes. But the batting, I think I was very happy that Samson came back. You could see he was in good touch, good nick. Akshar Patel shot cameo, last ball six. Body language, confident. Uh, Good to see him there doing what he did. Short innings, good innings. I think even the Abhishek we don't have to talk about. So and Tilak Verma, nothing to talk. I mean, fantastic, brilliant, outstanding. So I think the batting of India, bright spot yesterday. We made 202 bowling. I think I would still give credit to the Sri Lanka batsmen and not take away much from the Indian bowlers. Fielding wasn't that bad. Akshar Patel again excelled by taking a good catch in the deep, and he's been the one of the outstanding fielders of our team. We still need to improve, but I think a good match yesterday. It's good that we were taken to the brink of defeat because otherwise you go into the next match with complacency कि मुझे कौन हरा सकता है मैंने तो सबको हरा दिया अब कल अगर हम हार जाते and I was wishing we would lose for only for one reason that it sometimes comes as a wake up call and it kicks you in your backside
Yes.
saying that boss
Mm,
boss अपने आप को राजा मत समझो तुमको भी कोई हराने वाला है इस टूर्नामेंट में
mm,
तो हमको श्रीलंका उस ब्रिंक तक लेके गई जब हमें लगा कि हम एक टाइम तो लगा हम हार ही गए और फिर उसमें से हम बाहर निकले तो इससे क्या होगा कि थोड़ी डिस्कशन होगा थोड़ा स्ट्रेस आएगा एंड आई वुड लाइक टच अपॉन द पाकिस्तान बांग्लादेश innings very quickly, very short. I think Pakistan's batting is again coming into its own. Initially, they had a lot of glitches. There were a lot of problems getting out for 120, 130, 110. They did well against Bangladesh at one stage 68 for 5 or 71 for 5 or something, or for 6, something like that. And they go up to 140 or something with a good to 135, which is a good score on that pitch. And again, Shaheen Shah Afridi comes under this pinch hitting. And in the bowling, and this is where India has to worry. India has to worry about
mm.
two things: the middle order of Pakistan and the lower order of Pakistan in the batting side. On the batting side, has been blooming, and that is not good news for India. Second, Shaheen Shah Afridi coming into his own. Those 4 overs can be dynamite. I know if you keep aside our geopolitics and India, Pakistan, and all that, I love that man as a bowler. He is outstanding. He has been out of form. He has been hit all over the park by Abhishek Sharma, and I think every bowler has his bad day and every batsman has his good day. And if both coincide, that means the bad day of the bowler and the good day of the batsman come on the same day, then you know what happens. So I think that has happened. But Shaheen Shah Afridi coming into his peak, my God, it's going to be a humdinger. And India has to worry about those 4 overs. I think Harris Rauf, because of all his nonsense, he's not performing to his potential. One of the Nawazis who bowls and one of the other fast bowlers, I think Fahim, if I'm not mistaken, they're okay, they're average. But Shaheen Shah, these 4 overs, if we negotiate, the matches are ours to take because I think our batsmen are in very fine fettle. It's our bowling that is the probably the weak link because Bumrah is still not firing on all cylinders. He's still being hit by the batsmen of the opponent of the opposite side. So tomorrow's we'll do the review, but on the preview, but on the review side, I would say good on the batting side for India. I would say thumbs up. I'm reasonably good with what they did yesterday. Bowling and fielding, thoda stress.
So it was also the law of averages, which caught up with India. So it was good that it came up on a
Yesterday,
particular match, which is just before the match, the
yes,
final match actually.
yes,
And one thing of worry in this match was, Pandya could bowl only 1 over and then he was outside the field. So he had some cramps and all. And even Abhishek in the ninth and 10th over also went out. He also had some cramps. So we don't know what was the scenario on that. Only one thing I wanted to ask Nikhil was that in the super over, why did they not get Nisanka as one of the batter. Instead of they had the other three players who batted and then they just could not score any runs actually.
But
So
it really is that 107 or whatever he made must have taken a lot out of him. That it's not easy to play in that heat. And when you are standing there for the most of the 20 overs, I think he got out in the last over, and he came in as an opener as a one down. I don't remember whether he came as number two or number three. So he was virtually there for the entire 20 innings on the pitch and hitting hard and running hard. Remember, it was not that 107 came out of fours and sixes. He had to do his ones and twos and threes. He was running like crazy out there, and that takes a lot away from you. But I think when you want to go in for that those six balls, and you have other fresh players who are not tired, who are not sweated that much, who are like raring to go and say that नहीं यार मैं तो जाके अब don't worry मैं छह छक्के मारूंगा, as opposed to a Nisanka who's tired, sweated, completely drained out. I think it was a good decision not to take him, according to me. It was Arshdeep's smart bowling and good
yes,
catching in the deep that did them in. But otherwise,
correct.
not getting Nisanka there, I think was good. Was the right decision at that time.
So one
It's
last question.
actually
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
yeah.
you,
Am I
but we
audible?
can't see you. Yeah, your camera is off, I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
Okay. जो सुपर ओवर खेला गया था, do you think that we could have avoided that if we would have fielded well in the 18th or 20th over, between 18 and 20 overs?
Naran.
Narayan sir.
हाँ हो सकता था एक्चुअली देखा जाए तो दो तीन विकेट कीपर से भी एक बार मिसफील्ड हुई, एक डीप में भी मिसफील्ड हुई एक्चुअली तो रन आउट
Hmm.
हो सकता था। और एक रन से भी अगर अपना कम होता उनका तो वी कुड हैव वन इट इन द 18 19 20th ओवर इटसेल्फ। लेकिन फिर भी
Hmm.
क्या होता है ऐसे क्रंच ओवर्स के अंदर, नो इट इज ऑन योर नर्व्स, एवरीबडी वी आर लुकिंग एट इट और इनके दिमाग में था ये अपन मैच हार नहीं जाए, सो दे जस्ट वांटेड टू सेव दैट स्टफ आल्सो। तो वो उस टाइम थोड़ी सी फील्डिंग जितनी होनी चाहिए उतनी होती नहीं है बेसिकली, तो
I would
दैट
look at it
कुड
the
बी अ
other way.
रीजन बट
I would look at it the other way. I think Sri Lanka could have avoided the uh, super over by in that
या
last
या
ball. Last
दे कुड
ball,
हैव वन आल्सो या
they could have run three. See, if you observed what happened in the last ball, the striker, I don't remember the name, the striker of the ball was running back for the second run. He did not look behind to see where the
करेक्ट
ball was being thrown. He thought that the ball was being thrown at the wicket
हाँ
keeper's end, and so he dived to reach his crease.
यस एंड ही
And
जंप
for which
या ही
for which
डाइव
there was
या
no reason. There was no reason because the ball was being thrown at the bowler's end, and therefore he did not have to dive. He had to just reach the crease, wait, turn around, and see whether he had to run back. So he dived, and because he dived, and then there was that goof up of the ball being misfielded, being
अक्सर
thrown,
अक्सर
and
अक्सर
Akshar
अक्सर या
fumbling it, and then again Harshit fumbling at the end of the bowler and letting it, they could not take advantage of that because of the inexperience of that runner. Had he been experienced, he would have not dived. He would have looked, at least he would have looked behind while running there. Is the ball coming to my end? Or his partner would have told him, Bhag, don't dive, it's not coming to you. That lack of communication led to only two runs in that last ball. And also see his mindset. He doesn't want to get run out because if he gets run out, then it qualifies for one run. And if you get qualified for one run, you have lost the match. So what he is trying to
करेक्ट
do is trying to save the match by diving
राइट
without realizing that by diving he's actually losing out on winning the match. So I think that
करेक्ट
that communication and that talk that maybe had to be had before the ball was bowled between the two batsmen on the pitch saying that ये होगा तो क्या होगा, these things need are very small but very important when that communication happens कि अब भैया अभी होगा ये, ऐसा होगा तो क्या करना चाहिए, इस तरह देखना वहां देखना फिर डाइव करना। I think on the heat of the moment they actually lost the chance to win the match. So I think actually, I would say it was Sri Lanka's match to win, and they lost it. It was match to lose, and we won it.
Narayan sir, anything you would like to say? Any more comments?
Uh, no, I'm through. Actually, among our neighbors, if you see, we have a Pakistan, we have Lanka, and Bangladesh. So all are full-fledged cricket teams and all. So इनको कभी
Hmm.
भी हल्के में नहीं लेना चाहिए, कोई भी मैच हो एक्चुअली। सो
Hmm.
हाँ, इट इज वन थिंग विच यू शुड ऑलवेज लर्न। और दूसरी बात
Yeah.
ये है कि अगर फील्डिंग में ये हालत है अभी, तो जब 2026 का वर्ल्ड कप खेला जाएगा, जब ऑस्ट्रेलिया, इंग्लैंड, न्यूजीलैंड, साउथ अफ्रीका जैसी भारी टीमें आएगी ना, तो ऐसे
Hmm.
फील्डिंग होगा, कैचिंग नहीं होगी, तो देन इंडिया वुड बी इन बिग ट्रबल। सो they have to gear up when it comes for the 2026 World Cup.
Mm.
I think Bangladesh's fielding has been a revelation, and I think if that sort of dedication, that sort of focus on fielding is kept by India, even Sri Lanka's fielding yesterday was brilliant. Shamira Scott and bowled for I don't
Yes,
remember whose wicket he took. I think Abhishek's. I don't remember. I think Abhishek's.
and
Where he
and
ran
that
back and
reverse, cotton wicket, Chamira.
when he ran back
Yeah,
and caught that it is not a catch that you would normally take. So I think it is
yeah, yeah.
that that mentality that this can't go from my hand. I have to catch it and I will take it and come what may. And you put that extra 10% is what makes the difference instead of just trolling around and that doesn't work. So I think India needs to work on that and get that attitude. It's not about ability. It's about attitude. Everybody has the ability. The problem is the attitude. If that attitude is there, no, the ball comes to you. It will not go away from you. And that is what people like Akshar Patel have, Tilak Verma have. When you see these two fielders on the field, you'll watch them. They will always ensure that they have a 101% chance of not dropping the catch. It could happen in a bad circumstances. Ball is wet, ball is slippery, light is in your eyes. Those factors you can't rule out, but otherwise, the attitude of ensuring that they are there at the ball, near the ball, and will come in their hand, will stick, is there with some players. Some players need to imbibe that, and I think that's where probably the difference between winning and losing could be in tomorrow's match.
What was
Okay.
coincidence was 202 for 5 and 202 for 5. Both the
Yes.
teams
Yes.
lost 5 wickets at same runs, and tied up. So बहुत rare होता है actually.
And in the super over, 2 runs for Sri Lanka, again it was a repetition. In the previous super over that we played
Yeah,
against Sri Lanka, same result. First over, Sri Lanka made 2 runs, then
yes,
India came and made 3 runs. And again, same batsmen, Shubman Gill and Surya
same
Kumar Yadav.
person. Yeah,
Yeah. Lot of coincidences yesterday. As there was a replay of something.
Riya ji. Yeah.
So I think that's a wrap. Yes, that's a wrap from us. और लौटते हैं वापस आएंगे with the finals preview between India and Pakistan. So thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.
आओ देखें किरकिरी